Good morning and happy Saturday. If you're new around here, welcome. My name is Blair Lamb and I make videos about all the different parts of my life. I'm standing out on our back patio that overlooks our pool, which is looking very beautiful this morning. And I am drinking this is new to me. This is a V8 energy drink. I had gotten a couple of these for my friend who was visiting last weekend because I know she likes them, and she didn't end up drinking them while she was here, and so I drank, and she didn't want to take them home with her because she was flying. So I drank the other one, which was peach mango, and then this one is pomegranate blueberry, and they're both really good. I really like them, and I like that they are not fizzy because although, you know, I deeply love Alani Nu, it is fizzy, and so sometimes it's nice to not have fizzy. I know Celsius also makes non-fizzy options, which is nice. I was thinking how wonderfully quiet our neighborhood is this morning and thought, oh, this is going to be an easy time to film outside. And the second I pressed record, there's lawnmowers going, and this is how it always is. This is the reality of filming every single time. If I'm filming in my office, immediately there will be sirens, and it's just like a funny thing that it's, you know, Murphy's Law. But this morning, I am in a workout outfit. If you don't believe me, I'll show you my knee. I am about to do a workout with the ladder, but I also just want to tell you a little bit about what today's gonna look like. So we're really looking forward to it. It is Memorial Day weekend, so today's Saturday, so Monday is Memorial Day, and we are hosting a big sort of kickoff to summer Memorial Day pool party and grill out barbecue this evening. So we have between 30 and 40 of our neighbor friends coming, which is quite a large group, but we just are a pack. And we are providing the hamburgers and hot dogs, and we're also going to do some grilled chicken and then a couple of other things. And then everyone else is bringing different sides, from watermelon and pineapple to like pasta salad, chips, just all different barbecue style kind of sides, and then we will put them all out and have a big cookout while we swim, and the kids can swim and all of that. So we're really looking forward to it. It was a very long, obnoxious winter. It was not a fun winter, and we live in Texas, so our winters are pretty mild, but even still, like I've talked about it. We were just ready. So anyway, we wanted to celebrate that, like, Memorial Day weekend. For us, it's like Memorial Day to Labor Day. That is summertime. Praise the Lord, love it. So we're really looking forward to kicking off summer today with a big party. So it's not until 5. It's only the morning now, and Colin's eating breakfast inside, and Nora is actually already going down for a nap because she stayed out late last night with Riley. They went to this graduation and it went really, really late. So she woke up this morning and she was already exhausted. And so Riley is putting her down for just a morning nap, which, you know, she's almost 6. That's not a normal thing, but it's also not a normal thing for her to stay up as late as she did last night. So she's getting a nap. Colin's eating breakfast, then he'll probably come hang out here with me. And I just want to try to sneak a workout in before the day gets going and we start doing all of the party prep, because once the party prep starts, there's not going to be a chance for that. So I'm going to use Ladder, which is an app that provides a personalized workout plan. I've talked about Ladder several times now on this channel, and I've been using it for quite a while now. I'm really, really happy with it. I love the results. I love that it's a plan and it's driven by personal trainers. And it's just so nice when, like, today, it's just not a good day for me to go into the gym. I'd rather be at home because, like, Colin needs to have eyes on him. Riley and Nora, he's trying to get her down. We need to get things ready. Like, I need the path of least resistance for a workout today, but I really would like to try to sneak one in before this day gets away from me. And so that's where Ladder comes into play, and it just makes my life so much easier. I'm gonna go ahead and choose a workout and kind of get going, and I'll film a bit of myself doing that workout. And then while I am doing that, I will share with you just a little bit more about this app if it's something that you're interested in, because I think it could be a really good fit for a lot of people who are looking to get into exercise or to increase their physical fitness. This is a really easy way to do it, and I have really liked it. It makes me excited to work out because it's fun to check on the app and see what new workouts have been added. And just really like them all. I really genuinely like this app and using it, and it has been a really helpful component for me in my exercise journey. One thing that makes Ladder unique is that it's not like any other fitness app. It's not just an on-demand library of pre-recorded videos. It's actually weekly progressive overload plans that are customized by a coach. So it will feel like you have a coach right there with you. It's very nice. The coach will be in your headphones, reminding you of the way that you want to be doing these exercises in a way that is most effective and that will prevent injury, which is really helpful. There's also a community aspect to the app, if that would be important to you, where you can chat with a team, chat with your coach, and you can kind of have that sort of support system there right in the app. And for a lot of people, that makes a big difference in their health journey. If you've never really exercised before, if it's been a really long time and you're not even really sure what you would like, the cool thing with Ladder is that there are so many options. So you can do strength training plans for Pilates, for bodybuilding, for hybrid strength. There are glute-focused programs, kettlebells, strength and conditioning, prenatals, so many options. So if you don't even know what you like, you could try out a whole bunch of different options, see what you like, and then go from there. And that way you're not just having to go around town to all these different gyms and different places to see what is going to work for you. Just from the comfort of your home, you can try different styles. So if you've been trying to save YouTube playlists of random workouts and trying to put together a full out plan and it's not really been working for you, you may consider Ladder. That was me in the past, and this has been so much better to have a more specific plan. If you're interested in checking Ladder out, one of the really cool things is that you can do a free 7-day trial that doesn't even require you to put in your credit card information. That's always a huge barrier for me when I want to try something, but it requires my credit card because I know I'm probably going to forget to cancel it. So this doesn't even require your credit card information. You can just go ahead and jump into the app with that free 7-day trial, try some different workouts, some different coaches, and some different plans, and see what you think. I have a feeling you're going to fall in love with it like I have, and that way you can kind of kick off your exercise journey, or even just kind of switch things up from what you have been doing using Ladder. This ended up being a great workout for me. Thanks so much to Ladder for sponsoring this portion of the video. I will pop in a QR code here, and you can either screenshot it or take a picture of it, and I will leave a link below, and you can go ahead and grab that 7-day free trial, which I think is a, again, great place to start. Thanks to Ladder for sponsoring this portion of the video, and I hope that you go check it out if it's interesting to you. There's simply nothing better than getting a good workout in outside with my little boy making me laugh the whole time. So good. Love it.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on, I gotta turn it down. It's a little too much. Good job. There we go. We did it! If you watched my goals for the year, one of them was to have a plant. I really want a house plant, but I figured I would start with an outdoor plant. It sure is. And I'm out of breath after working out and then holding up Colin to water them. But look, we're keeping them alive. And they're really pretty. They add a lot to the space. So, you know what? Steps in the right direction. Definitely steps in the right direction. Okay, so it's been a little minute since I worked out with Colin. How cute was he? I didn't expect him to participate with me, and that was so much fun. I want to do that more often with him this summer because we had a really fun time together. And I was sweating like it was a really good workout. Even though we're having a pool party tonight and I'm going to be running around today, I would like to maybe take a rinse off shower before because I feel a little bit gross, but maybe I'll just take a quick swim in the pool. We'll see. So Riley took the kids. They're going to run a few errands for the party, and while they are gone, I'm going to work on just getting the house in order. Hopefully we're not inside the house hardly at all, except for, you know, just popping in to grab food and those sorts of things. But these random thunderstorms pop up a lot at this time of year, and it is a little bit overcast outside, and there is a small chance of rain this evening. And so in that event, of course, I would want our house to be picked up and presentable for people to come inside. I'm really hoping that that will not have to happen, but just to be prepared. Also, just in general, like, I'm not gonna have our house. It's not that crazy right now, but every room just needs a little pickup. So I'm gonna bring you along with me, and we're just gonna go around and just pick up the main living area, the bathroom, the kitchen, make the bed in our bedroom, all that kind of thing, just so the house looks refreshed. And then I need to make a list of the menu and just sort of if there's anything else that needs to happen. I'm not feeling very stressed in any form or fashion. Actually, I'm very relaxed and just excited to spend time with people. I'm really not even that worried about the weather because this chance of rain is so small, but if you live in North Texas or anywhere in the vicinity, like if you're in Oklahoma or something like that, these crazy storms, sometimes including tornadoes, just crop up sometimes and you just don't necessarily know that they're coming. So we've had a lot of that this past week. Although if you remember in my last vlog, I said, I have a really weird headache. I think it's weather related. And the very next day there was this huge storm system with tornadoes that came through and I was like, I knew it. So anyway, I am going to pick up our house and start to get things in order, write out the menu, just all of that. So come along, let's kind of get this party going. It is 1 o'clock right now and people are gonna arrive around 5. So we still have a solid 4 more hours before they get here. More than enough time, but it's always good to be prepared. So that's what I'm gonna work on now. How many times have you watched me reset this room and just generally reset all the rooms you're going to watch me reset today? I hope it makes you feel less alone in the fact that it is an absolute constant. It is a constant reset. Every day, every night, every morning, every afternoon. It's a constant for sure. One time someone asked me what my best cleaning hack was, and I said having people over, and I stand by that completely. When I know that we are having people over, I feel so motivated to get our house in order, to clean everything up, to tackle any piles that I have sitting around. It's funny how it just ignites that part of my brain and gives me motivation to get things done that I may have been putting off. I do prefer to live in a clean and organized space, but oftentimes day to day, other priorities take precedence. However, when I know people are coming over, I'm like, no, I want my house to look really nice and clean and just feel cozy and fresh, and somehow it just gives me the boost that I need. While this was all happening, Riley was in the car with the kids running errands for this party, and he took the kids with him just so that it wasn't a situation where I was getting things done and then right behind me here they had just come home. And we were playing with these glasses that they had gotten, Bluey and Bingo glasses. But if you know, you know, where if you're cleaning your house and your kids are home and they're underfoot, what ends up happening is it's 1 step forward, 8 steps back, where you tidy a space and then they're like excited that the space feels fresh and clean, so they come into it to play in it, and then it's even worse off than before. So it was great that he took them with him, and they really enjoyed just, coming along on all the errands. They picked up a picnic table, they picked up a separate table or multiple tables being picked up, and then just a quick grocery store run. We had to pick up a pitcher from my mother-in-law who had borrowed it, just a few different things, and so it ended up working out really well. They had just gotten home here at the very end. Okay. Hosting summer parties is so much fun, and also you're like so sweaty all day long. Luckily it's a pool party, so it's fine. We're just kind of like getting in the spirit early. So Riley just put together a cooler full of water bottles, a cooler full of Capri Suns and sodas, and a cooler full of alcohol, like what are those tall skinny ones called? Seltzers and beer and stuff like that. And then we're also making a pitcher of sangria. So there will be, we have like 40 people coming. It's quite a few people. A couple of families that thought they weren't coming are actually now coming, so it's even more people. So we just want to make sure we have plenty, and I hope we do. I'm actually a little bit worried about food, but I'm always worried about food because I learned to host from my mom, who is the youngest of 9 siblings, and she learned to host from her mom, who had 9 kids. And so the amount of food that I grew up watching my grandmother and mother prepare for any event ever was an exceptional amount of food. And so in my brain, that's like how you host, which I am grateful for, because I would always rather have more than less, because you can send extras home with people, you can freeze it, you can eat it as leftovers, whatever, rather than people leaving your house hungry. That's like, not, I don't like that. But anyway, so we're doing hot dogs, hamburgers, and we're gonna do some grilled chicken. Everyone's bringing sides. And then we've got all kinds of other stuff going on too. So we have plenty. I've got Nora here. Look at her, ready to swim.
Gabby's dollhouse on.
Can you ask without whining?
Please.
Sure, hang on one second. So what I'm gonna work on now is starting to get some of the toppings going. So I'm going to make a platter with lettuce, tomato, and onion, get out the pickles, get out the mustard, ketchup, mayonnaise, like all of the toppings, and just have those all ready to go on like a tray of some kind, so I can just easily pull those out. And that's what I'm gonna, oh, and cut up the fruit for the sangria. So those are the two things that I am going to tackle now. I just finished, as you saw, cleaning up the kitchen, so everything's clean, everything's sanitized and ready to cook. So I'm gonna wash my hands and then get going. And Nora is gonna take a little break. You're gonna watch some Gabby's Dollhouse there for a minute? Yeah. Until your friends get here. A 5 o'clock party is a hard time of a party for a 3 and a 5-year-old. They have been chomping at the bit since they woke up around 6:30 a.m. It's a long time to wait, but we're almost there. It's 3:15 right now. Here quickly, I was just wiping down the tops of our coolers and then adding labels to them, one for sodas and Capri Suns, one for water, and then the third one for alcohol. The reason why I was doing this was not only just to make it super easy, but because it ended up being a very warm/hot evening, and I wanted the coolers to be opened up as little as possible, so this way people could know before they opened what was going to be in it. Okay, I just finished labeling the coolers. We have soda and Capri Suns, water, and alcohol. Just to make it as easy as possible for folks. Some of the last prep that I was doing here, I was marinating the chicken in some barbecue sauce, and then I was washing out that little acrylic container, and I ended up using that to corral the condiments on the buffet. And then I was cutting up a couple of oranges, a couple of lemons, and 3 or 4 limes to go into the sangria to add flavor, but then also because they look so pretty floating there in the sangria. And next up, I was cutting up tomatoes for the burger bar, and then also getting some lettuce laid out in there. And in the middle of all of that, Riley asked me for his smoked queso if I would chop up a green onion and a green pepper and a regular onion. So I went ahead and did that as well. And then I'm cutting onions for the burger bar. So it's just one of these things where we were just both in the kitchen. He was on the other side where you couldn't see him, getting his smoked queso, his smoked meatballs, all that kind of stuff ready. And I was over here chopping veggies, chopping fruits, and just getting all of the last minute things prepped and ready for the party. Okay, so I just finished getting some of the toppings ready for the burgers. So I cut up tomatoes, and then this I highly recommend. It's already pre-washed. It's just like ready to serve. It's perfect for hamburgers, so I set that out. And I did put these gold little tongs just already in the saran wrap, so it will be really easy to serve. And then I put the onions separately because I feel like onions just taint everything to taste like onions. So if people don't like onions, I didn't want them on the same platter as the tomatoes and the lettuce. And then I did cut up the fruit for the sangria as well. So I think that's gonna be my next task, is to go ahead and make the sangria. Riley is smoking a few things to add to the meal. So he is smoking queso, smoked queso, it's so good. And doing some smoked meatballs as well. And then I also am marinating chicken in barbecue sauce. So we've got quite a few things going, and I'm just gonna keep on trucking and make, like I said, make that sangria here. Check out our new picnic table. Our friends Ashley and Josh put it on the neighborhood group for free. It's a little rusty at the bottom, but it's in great condition. And I have been wanting a picnic table in this space so that we could eat dinner poolside, and especially since we're having this party. So Riley just ran over and popped it in the back of his truck, and we just put it in. And I think eventually I'd like to get something a bit more permanent, but for now I'm really grateful to have that, especially with having so many people over today. That provides quite a bit of seating. The little kids can pack in like 6 kids per side, so that's great. And then these chairs, these polywood chairs, normally live on our front driveway area, and we moved them back here just for extra seating around the pool. Right before the party begins, once all the kids are life jacketed up, we're gonna take down this Catch a Kid fence here, so this whole area is all open, which will be really nice, but until that moment, we will be keeping it. And I actually just sent out a text message to all of the moms that are coming tonight, just saying, like, please bring life jackets, and that it's our preference that unless your child is older and a very proficient swimmer, to please put them in a life jacket unless you are physically in the pool with them. And everyone's being super sweet and responding and like, yes, love this, yes, because obviously we all want our kids to be safe. So, you know, that's that. It is just beautiful. Look at this day. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just got this in the mail from Amazon. It literally came like this. It didn't even come in a box or anything, but it is a vinyl elasticized table cover. So we have one of these folding tables, and this is what we're gonna serve the food on. So I'm gonna push it closer against the wall over here, I think, or maybe along here, just because that is the bathroom door. So I don't know, I'll figure it out. But I'm gonna try putting this on and I'll show you what I think about it. But I thought that would be great because it won't blow up in the wind. And then we have the very awesome situation where no bugs are ever under here because we have the lanai. And so we don't even have to worry about bugs. Like, it is one of the best gifts of life with barbecues and having people over in the summertime. So I'm gonna try this vinyl tablecloth out. It comes in a lot of different patterns. I got red, white, and blue for Memorial Day, and I thought we could also, of course, use it for the 4th of July. I just set it up a little bit, kind of catty-cornered right now, but it's great. It's like a bed sheet. It has elastic around the edges, so it stays down, and it's pretty humid, so the...
Hey, Mom, you like my Morgan Wallen shirt?
Oh, Emily! And what happened to you this week?
I'm graduating.
Yeah, you had your last day of school ever?
Yeah.
Well, until college.
Yeah.
And where are you going to college?
OU in the spring.
OU in the spring?
Whoa, wait, where's the... Oh.
You see the new picnic table? Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Okay, so this is great. And the humidity will kind of steam it out a bit. So that'll be perfect. And we can serve all the food out here. And I just need to do a double check in this bathroom. Riley did clean it, but just a little double check. So this is our little cabana bathroom. The old owners put it in, and they had these and we never took them down because we just thought they were great. But it's really useful when people are swimming that they don't have to go in our house, they can just come in here. We bought this rug, which I really like. And then I usually have this full of clean towels up here. It also has a full shower, which right now has a cart table in it. This we need to just put for free on Facebook Marketplace because we don't use it. But it's a really nice bathroom. And we had it painted when we moved in. We had the ceiling painted blue. We haven't switched out any of the fixtures or anything like that, but the functionality cannot be beat. This, the handle choices and this like remind me of like a hibachi restaurant a little bit, you know what I mean? It's not like really what I would have chosen for a poolside bathroom, but I could always get a different bowl that has like a similar setup that's just maybe a bit more like poolside, beachy kind of vibes. But anyway, this bathroom is very, very, very functional. I love having it with all these kids that are over. Instead of them getting my entire house soaking wet, traipsing through it, they can just come in here and it doesn't matter if they get it all wet because that's what it's for. So I close the door and it's air conditioned, which is nice as well. Everything up until this point had been going very smoothly, but then things started to take a turn for the worse, which hosting truly never goes as planned. So I was starting to make the sangria in this big pitcher, and then it just started leaking out the bottom, like where the seal goes around the spigot. And I had lent this to my mother-in-law, and I think she must have unscrewed the spigot and taken it completely out. And then when she put it back in, it just wasn't exactly right, but I didn't know that. So it started leaking everywhere. So I had to like transfer it out, fix the spigot. Luckily it was no big deal. And then spigot, I think it's a spigot with a G. I honestly don't know. And then anyway, we got it all sorted out and the sangria was saved and I tasted it and it was very delicious, but it was a little bit of a hot mess there for a quick second. Hello. You know what? Nothing's ever as smooth as you want it to be. It is 4:40 and around 4:30, Riley was going to start getting some things on the grill, like the chicken and things that can sit, you know, you can set chicken with a foil tent, and it will just get really juicy so that by the time people started arriving at 5, food would be starting to be ready, because everyone that's bringing something, it will be ready upon arrival. So that was kind of our thought. So he goes out, he gets the grill kicked on, and the connector, from what I understand, the propane tank to grill connector, his broke. We use our grill almost every night of the summer, and it just, today spontaneously at 4:30 before a 5 o'clock party for a whole bunch of people broke. So he had to run to Home Depot, which is about 20 minutes one way, and he took the kids, which was great because they could just ride in the car with him and they love doing anything like that. And that way I could finish up. So I finished up the sangria, it tastes delicious, and finished cleaning up the kitchen and just all of that. And let me check his location. Hopefully, oh, he just texted me, we are on our way back, and that was 5 minutes ago. So he's gonna be back right around 5, which is perfect. Bless his heart, he was like, you could tell he was so frustrated because it's just such bad timing, but Riley is so not the type to like pitch a fit. He's so even keeled, but he was like, I have to go to Home Depot. And I was like, what do you mean it's 4:30? And he said, well, the grill like isn't working and we're grilling. That's the whole plan. The whole plan for the night is to grill. So that's that. So because he went and did that, I was running double time, and I'll show you everything set up here in a minute, but everything looks really good, but me, I'm a mess. So I'm just going to quickly wash my face, brush my teeth, put on a little bit of light makeup, change into my swimsuit and a cover up so that I feel a bit more pulled together for this party, because right now I'm still in like workout clothes from this morning. But everything's ready, and good thing it's just our close friends that we see all the time, because sometimes it really is Murphy's Law. If it can go wrong, it will go wrong, but I can't complain. I can't complain. It's just that like, kind of like, of course this happened. So anyway, I need to stop yapping because people are gonna be here in 15 minutes and get myself pulled together here, but I'm really excited. Everything's going well with the exception of that little hose that just decided that this was the time. I'm just about ready. I have on a red swimsuit from Quinn's. Big shock, I know. And then this cover up is from Amazon. I actually really like it. So I'm just gonna put on a little bit of mascara. I don't think I have any waterproof mascara, which is a shame. I miss getting my lashes done, but I had to stop because my allergies have been so crazy that the lashes wouldn't stay because my eyes were watering all the time. And I really have been liking this Jones Road Beauty mascara. It's been really good. So mascara makes such a difference because my lashes are so hard to see. Riley just got home 4:57, just in the nick of time. Bless his heart. So we're just doing the last couple of things to get completely ready. I do hope I won't be able to get in the pool for the first little while we're getting the food served, because I'm going to be a big part of that, obviously, as the hostess. However, I'm hoping to swim later in the evening, perhaps. If I ever don't want like a full lip, I just do the dab. And it gives you a little color without it being too much, just a little something. And then I love to take Aquaphor and just put a little layer on top for a little bit of a glossy look. Okay. I am gonna lean into an updo. This updo has been in my hair all day and it's a mess. I considered taking a shower. I never ended up having time, but in the morning I was thinking maybe after I work out I'll take a shower and blow dry my hair, but then I thought, well, what would be the point of that if I'm gonna swim? Hi, Colin. What are you doing? He is gonna go potty. Okay, so let's see if we could. The thing about updos are that when I'm throwing it up to do a workout, it ends up looking cute, and when I try to do a good one, it never ends up looking cute. So we'll see if I can make it look cute since I'm actually trying. I fear that when I accidentally threw it up this morning, it was a better situation. Then I just take this and kind of just pull it over the top. I'm not like a messy bun connoisseur, but I do wear it quite often. It doesn't need to be perfect, just off my neck
Mommy, I just did it.
That works. Let's go host a party. Kitchen's cleaned. We've got the meat over here. I think we have a couple more packs of hot dogs as well. I got a lot of hot dogs because I think that's probably what the kids will go for. Here's the chicken marinating in the barbecue sauce, ready to be grilled. Out here, we've got the coolers. Colin's got his life vest on. Riley's removing the Catch-A-Kid fence and the pool robot cleaner. And then I set everything up over here. The party's in full swing now, and two of our friends, Dallas and Felicity, own this company. It's called Keg It, and it's really, really cool. You can mix your own, or you can just use a keg. So this one is beer. They brought both of them, and this one is a cilantro jalapeno margarita, and then they're both just on tap. So I will link their company below if you want to check it out. It's really, really neat. And then over here are some desserts that we'll pull out later.
Air conditioning.
I know. Riley's over here grilling with the bros. And then look at these kids. It is so amazing to have a friend group this large and in charge. And Sweet Bennett here, he broke his leg, so he's playing with dinos. It's 9 o'clock now and the party's wrapping up, but I never shared this because my friend Shelby pulled it out a little later, but it's like homemade Reese's bars, and I am telling you, I think this is the best dessert I've ever had in my whole entire life. I'm gonna ask her if she will send me the recipe so I can share it with y'all. Every single person who had one of these was blown away. I'm about to have another one. So, so yummy. The party's over and I just went and took a shower. And while I was showering, Nora came in here and fell sound asleep. So I'm about to move her to her room, but look how sweet. Well, hello. It has been such a great day. We had such a fun time. Our party went really, really well. It's about 10:30 now, and everybody left by about 9:45 or 10. It started at 5, so it was a good, solid, long party. I just took a long hot shower and blow dried my hair, and the kids are in bed. I saw Nora fell asleep in here, but I did just move her into her own room so she can get a really good night's sleep. And Riley is putting Colin down now. And Colin is our kid who is so much like me. He takes unwinding time. He doesn't just crash. Like Nora and Riley both will just crash if they're tired, but me and Colin both, like, I'll just right now, I'm tired, very tired right now, but I'll still read a few chapters of my book, and I can hear Riley in there reading Colin a book or two as well. So me and my boy are the same in that way. But anyway, the party was fantastic. Everybody brought loads of amazing, delicious food, all kinds of yummy pasta salad and a delicious like corn salad and baked beans. And Riley made smoked meatballs and smoked queso, and we grilled hamburgers and hot dogs and bratwurst and grilled chicken. And we just had a ton of food, watermelon, mango. It was amazing. Lots of desserts. It was just a really, really nice time. And we had so many kids in the pool, but they were so well behaved. They all kept their life jackets on. There were a couple of older kids that are, you know, 11, 12, that like older age group who are highly proficient swimmers, so they did not have them on, but everybody else did. And it just felt, for having so many kids, it felt very safe. It felt very under control, and we parents were all sitting on the edge of the pool, and then for the first half of it or so, and then we got all the kids out to eat, and then we all got in. So that was really fun because we all got to swim with our kids and play and just laugh. And we were, you know, the pool somehow brings out like a childlike situation out of all of us. So we were like flipping our hair and doing, you know, the George Washington, if you know, you know, and just being silly and having a lot of fun. And then we had Riley turn on the the hot tub, and it was slowly warming up, but we ended up getting pretty cold before it actually was hot enough for it to be considered a hot tub. So we ended up getting out, but I mean, by that point it was 9 o'clock or so. So we had been in the pool for a couple of hours, and it was just great. It was just a really fun kickoff to summer. It was fun, it was relaxing, the food was great, the company was great. It was a lovely evening. The sunset was beautiful. So all in all, 10 out of 10, just had a really nice time. I love hosting parties, and so does Riley, and I appreciate that about him so much because a lot goes into hosting parties, and it's really nice to have a partner who is like so game for it all. And he was amazing. He did all of the grilling, which there was a lot of it, and he did it all so well. Like all of the meat came out just perfect, nothing was overcooked, and everyone was just endlessly saying, Riley, it tastes so good, it all tastes so good. And I was just really grateful that people were being vocal about that, because he was sweating behind the grill for a little while he got all the food cooked. So it went great. It was a really fun kickoff to summer. I wonder if maybe we'll make it a bit of a tradition to do a Memorial Day weekend pool party, because that was just, it was really, really fun. We had a really nice time. So thank you for coming along with us today as we got everything ready, and the house ready, and the food ready, and everything ready for our pool party. It was very, very fun, and I'm really glad that we went ahead and hosted it. Now we are all really tired, and so like I said, Nora's asleep, Colin is about to be asleep, and I am about to grab my Kindle and read a few pages or a chapter or two, depending on how long I can stay awake, and then I'm gonna get some really solid sleep tonight. But I appreciate you being here and coming along for our pool party prep day, or however you want to say it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Make sure to like and subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and I would love to hear you comment below and let me know what is the biggest party you've ever hosted in your house. This, I think, is the biggest that we've ever hosted. There were quite a lot of people, but it went really well. And that backyard pool area, especially when you remove that fence, which we put back up right after the party was over, but we did remove it during the party. When that's open, that's a really big space, and then there's even a bathroom out there, so the entertaining space out there is pretty stellar. It was one of the main things that sold me on this house when we looked at it, and it was just really enjoyable to get to use it and enjoy it the way that it was built and made to be enjoyed. So that was awesome. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks again for being here, and see you soon.